Analysts fear we could be headed towards a recession.
But as Governor Newsom makes his case to spare California from those retaliatory tariffs, we're getting answers on if that's something he even has the authority to do.
California is a stable trading partner.
Governor Gavin Newsom urging foreign countries to exempt the state from global payback over President Trump's sweeping new round of tariffs.
Donald Trump's tariffs do not represent all Americans, particularly those that I represent here in the fifth largest economy in the world.
The markets are going to boom, the stock is going to boom, the country is going to boom.
President Trump announced 10% tariffs on all imports to the U.S. starting tomorrow as a way to balance what he says is a trade deficit. And those are on top of reciprocal tariffs slated for next week. But the move could hit California particularly hard. Nearly 16% of the state's GDP last year, $675 billion, came from trade.
And that's why today I've directed my administration to look at new opportunities to expand trade.
The White House striking back, saying the governor should focus on out-of-control homelessness, crime, and unaffordability, instead of trying his hand at international deal-making.
Article 1, Section 10 of our Constitution says the governor can't even enter in these kinds of treaties. So what he's doing is just grandstanding.
Republican State Senator Tony Strickland on Trump's tariffs.
I'm against tariffs, but what the president's trying to do is say countries like China shouldn't import our American-made goods over there and cost us jobs here in the United States.
I guess we have to figure out if this is a negotiation tool or a long-term plan before we know the impact of what the governor is saying.
CBS News correspondent Scott McFarland says while it's not clear whether Governor Newsom can carve out exemptions, his message is loud and clear in Washington.
So whether his very provocative statement holds up is a different matter, but it shows the governor sees a risk of unpopularity to what the president's doing here, and that some of the president's coalition could crumble beneath a market turmoil.
Even with questions about his approach, Governor Newsom shows no signs of backing down.
Our state of mind is around supporting stable trading relationships around the globe.
U.S. ports will be among the first to bear the brunt of shrinking international trade.
So we reached out to 2 local ports to get an idea of how they're preparing for U.S. tariffs and any retaliatory ones. The Port of Stockton told us things are up in the air right now, but they are concerned, saying the port is, quote, in close contact with shippers and customers as things develop.
Meanwhile, the Port of West Sacramento also facing uncertainty. They tell us tariffs on Vietnam could drive up the cost of imported cement, raising the cost of construction. They're also keeping a close eye on 2 key rice trading partners, Japan and Korea. Any retaliatory tariffs from them could hurt the bottom line for California rice farmers.